I am Captain America.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Starkside. Please support the channel by hitting the like button, subscribe if you haven't, as well as the notification bell. Today we'll be talking about the Marvel Legends Disney Plus Wave Falcon and the Winter Soldier's US Agent. Here we have the US Agent in the standard Marvel Legends packaging. There's a logo of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series, as well as a Disney Plus label. There's no logo at the top. On the side, we have a nice image of US Agent, and at the back, we have a brief bio of the character. If you want to read that, you can pause the video. And here we have the other figures from the wave. Alright, let's get US Agent out of the packaging. And here we have US Agent. And there's a lot of things I want to talk about this figure, but first things first, let's take a closer look at the accessories he comes with. So US Agent only comes with the build-the-figure part for Captain America as well as an extra pair of alternate hands. Which is very disappointing because Hasbro could have given him more. A gun or a knife or even the homemade shield that he did in the series. Looking at one of the hands, they're sculpted nicely, no paint chipping whatsoever. The shade of red, however, is different from the rest of the figure, but we'll get to that later. Other than that, there's nothing crazy about these hands. And if you want to change the hands, all you have to do is pop this one and port in the other one. Just a brief history on the character of a US Agent. In the comics, John Walker was originally known as the Super Patriot. He later takes up the mantle of Captain America after Steve Rogers abandons it. However, his actions as Captain America were drastically different from those of Steve, and he was later deemed unworthy of the title. He later re-establishes himself as US Agent and even went on to serve as either a member or leader of various Avengers teams. This is similar to what happens in the MCU. After murdering one of the Flag Smashers in broad daylight as revenge for the death of his best friend and partner Battlestar, he is later stripped of the Captain America mantle. He is later recruited by a mysterious organization, given a new suit, and is rebranded as US Agent. Taking a look at US Agent himself, I'm kinda disappointed with what you've got here. If we compare it with US Agent from the Disney Plus series, you can see that there are a lot of inaccuracies to be found on this figure. Let's start off with the head. As you can see in this figure, he has that typical A logo for Captain America in his helmet, whereas in the series, he has none of that. And here in the arms, you can see there's some red lining here. And now here, looking at the torso area, you can see the biggest and the most obvious difference from the series. There was actually a previous John Walker Captain America figure that was released. And this is actually just the same figure, painted in black. To quote John Walker himself,
It's the same, but black.
but inaccuracies aside, let's take a closer look at US Agent himself. Starting off with the head sculpt, I think it looks like John Walker actor Wyatt Russell when he has the helmet on. Nice sculpt here. I noticed there's some missing plastic beneath one of his ears. Nice black paint for the helmet. Yeah, this looks clean. Looking at the rest of the figure, I think this is sculpted nicely. There's some texturing in the suit. I like the black paint that they used here. I think the paint apps look good so far. I do think that the shade of red they used for the gloves should be darker, to be similar with the red paint they used on his stripes. Nice belt. There's some nice sculpt and detail here in the legs as well. Yeah, Hasbro's using pinless joints here. However, I wish they didn't sculpt this gun to his legs. I wish they included this as an accessory instead. This is kind of frustrating, you know. Shoes look great. There's even some detail on the bottom. So overall, despite the several inaccuracies in this figure, I think the sculpt and the paint apps look good. Let's go over the articulation. US Agent can look up that far and not so much downward. His head can rotate. He has some neck pivot. That looks good. His arms can bend up that far and down all the way. His shoulders can rotate. He has bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. His wrists can rotate and move up and down. He has ab crunch forward and backward as well. He has waist swivel. His legs can move up that far and back as well. His hips can move out that far. And he has thigh swivel, double jointed knees. However, his knees don't bend all the way. He has calf rotation. His ankles can move up and down. And he has ankle pivot as well. And here's US Agent next to the original Captain America. I don't think US Agent should be taller than Steve Rogers, but I've never seen them together in the series, so I could be wrong. And here's US Agent next to the other figures from the same wave. If you haven't seen my reviews of the other figures, go check that out. So that's my review for the Marvel Legends US Agent. I think the paint apps, sculpt, and articulation on this figure are just good. It's a shame that the design is inaccurate. It's up to you if you want to customize it, but for me, I would consider this as a stealth suit for US Agent for now. Otherwise, this figure would have been great. If you're wondering where I got this figure, I pre-ordered this wave from Hobby Corner. If you want to try them, there's a link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of this figure. Let me know what you think of my review. Please leave a comment below. And if you like this video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't, as well as the notification bell. You can also follow me on social media, links in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.